One of the most significant moments in human history would be the declaration that we have found evidence of life on other planets, assuming that this day will ever come. And the effects of the ripples would be enormous as well. Unidentified flying object, UFO organizations, and specialists have been calling for full disclosure that alien contact has already occurred and could even be underway now. This is in response to highly publicized recent reports of UFOs, or unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, as they have been rebranded, being spotted by US military pilots. UFOs have been rebranded as unidentified aerial phenomena to distinguish them from their former name. Space is always interesting, and with more discoveries, every day space is getting more and more fascinating. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you never miss a space journey with us. Now let's get started with the video. In the meantime, extremely powerful observatories like NASA's new James Webb Space Telescope are providing us with extremely precise views of the cosmos. In the long run, these kinds of data might reveal to us the potential psychological effects of such a revelation, which may be challenging to accept for some individuals, are the subject of research now being conducted. At the University of Colorado Boulder, Carol Cleveland is a teaching faculty member in the Department of Philosophy. In addition, she is the director of the Center for the Study of Origins at the university, an affiliate of the SETI Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence Institute. Cleveland believes that it is quite premature to state that people from Earth have communicated with extraterrestrials, particularly given the fact that we do not have access to the unredacted technical knowledge regarding the behavior of UAPs that are allegedly flying around in our airspace. Cleveland stated that all that was available to them were some subjective descriptions that had been sensationalized. The Galileo Project at Harvard is an attempt by the university's non-religious community to gather the necessary scientific data in order to provide an answer to this question. Astrophysicist Avi Loeb, who is affiliated with Harvard University, is in charge of the Galileo Project endeavor. According to Loeb, early protocols for the possible contact with extraterrestrial intelligence were primarily motivated by the prospect of detecting radio signals from planetary systems orbiting far-off stars. Due to the fact that the nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, is located 4.4 light-years away, a discussion of using such signals would take at least 10 years to complete in its entirety. As a direct result of this, there will not be any repercussions for our near future, he said, according to Space.com. However, according to Loeb, a different kind of touch may have the potential to have an immediate impact. It relates to the material artifacts created by a different civilization that have already been discovered in our solar system. The technology that is about to arrive doesn't have to be brainless. Rather, it might include artificial intelligence, which will look for information on the habitable regions surrounding the sun, which is our backyard. According to the website for the Galileo Project, the organization's primary objective is to bring the hunt for possible signatures of alien technological civilizations from the realm of accidental or anecdotal observation and legend into the mainstream of transparent, validated, and systematic scientific research. This is the stated goal of the Galileo Project. The Galileo Project intends to determine the nature of the UAP as part of the work that it is doing, to investigate the possibility of extraterrestrial technology being near Earth. The Galileo Project is developing and utilizing high-tech equipment. According to Loeb, an encounter with such items would make it possible to make instant contact without suffering from a substantial delay in communication time. The possibility of an immediate interaction modifies the reaction protocol in comparison to a delayed radio signal, he explained, just as it modifies the response protocol in comparison to an in-person encounter in comparison to a letter that is delayed by surface mail. Loeb brought to everyone's attention that there is now no worldwide consensus regarding how humankind should interact with a visiting object of extraterrestrial origin. He said that it would be wise to devise such rules before they were needed. Any interaction could have repercussions for the future of humanity and should not be left to the spontaneous whims of a small team of scholars, said Loeb. Any engagement should not be left to the spontaneous whim of a small group of researchers, because this issue affects the entire world. The United Nations has been tasked with developing a contact procedure. According to Loeb's recommendations, the most prudent thing to do would be to make use of passive instrumentation to get as much information as we can about any items of interest. This would entail seeing how they react to human activities and that they are unconnected to one another. Given this information, we ought to consider the risks and advantages that will result from various engagements, he said. There are several different engagements. The decision tree that will be used to choose how to proceed will comprise branches dependent on the object's characteristics and actions. Because it is challenging to make accurate predictions regarding these unknowns in advance, judgments will have to be made in the here and now. What we do currently know about life on other planets? Nothing at all, consultant Linda Billings, who works with NASA's astrobiology program and Planetary Defense Coordination Office, said in a recent statement. According to Billings, some scientists feel that single-cell life must exist, or must have been, somewhere else in our solar system, and other scientists believe that single-cell life must have existed on other planets. Many think that life must have arisen somewhere else in the universe. Some people think that life must be widespread throughout the universe. Additionally, she said, some people believe that intelligent life must have evolved elsewhere. Some people believe that there is intelligent life somewhere else in the universe, and they aspire to find it. Believe is the appropriate term in this situation, rather than knowing. According to Billings, research on public opinion offers, at most, a flimsy indication of what other people think, believe, and hope for regarding extraterrestrial intelligence. It hardly begins to investigate disparities in thought and belief that exist across cultural boundaries. She claimed that, up to this point, most of our thinking on extraterrestrial intelligence had been anthropocentric, ethnocentric, and Western-centric. According to Billings, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence is based on several assumptions, the most important of which is that life on other planets will have developed in the same way it has here on Earth. Additionally, it presupposes that advanced alien species will have evolved intelligence comparable to that of humans. In addition, SETI researchers presume that intelligent extraterrestrial beings will have developed the same kinds of technologies humans have, and that these beings will be just as curious about the possibility of intellectual life beyond their star system as we are. This assumption is based on the idea that intelligent extraterrestrial beings will have developed the same technologies as humans. Billings stated that these are not facts, but rather assumptions about the situation. As to the consequences of human contact with extraterrestrial intelligence, and, once again, the assumption here that humans would be able to recognize and communicate with it, I am not at all convinced that such an event would be world-changing, she said. The assumption here is that humans would be able to recognize and communicate with it. It is a widely held belief, although no evidence supports it. In addition, it is impossible to forecast how, when, or where possible contact will be made. It is currently unknown, and will continue to be unknown, what cultural conditions would be present for such an event to take place. Loeb has a unique perspective on the situation. First of all, according to Loeb, data must be thoroughly studied while maintaining the broadest possible perspective to avoid catastrophic misinterpretations, as the Trojan horse story from ancient Greek mythology shows. This is to avoid catastrophic misinterpretations. Loeb suggests that the difficulty of deciphering the purpose of conscious extraterrestrial technology might be comparable to breaking the code of an encryption device. He cites the movie Arrival as an illustration of this comparison. In the plot of that science fiction drama from 2016, a linguist is first employed by the United States military to facilitate communication with extraterrestrial life forms. According to Loeb, to decipher the Nazis' Enigma code during World War II, what would be necessary is a group of linguists and computer scientists working together on a project similar to the one that Alan Turing led to break the code. According to Loeb, we need to rely on our AI systems to determine the intent of extraterrestrial AI systems. According to Loeb, a correct interpretation of prompt encounters with extraterrestrial technologies can bring the most profound breakthrough in our knowledge of the reality around us in the history of humans. What's more, Loeb suspects that this new understanding might have enormous repercussions for our hopes and dreams and for the future in space. According to Loeb, our historical migration out of Africa began approximately 100,000 years ago, but our future migration out of Earth may be prompted by a discussion with a messenger from afar that does not resemble anything we have seen before. That's it for today. Press the like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to share your views in the comments section below. Thanks for watching!